Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Herren, and I am the keeper of Faust, and welcome to the 15-minute pop-up show. On this Thursday night, I do hope you enjoy a little momentary distraction of simple amusements and magic. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I would like to do something different, if you don't mind. I would like to share with you a very special piece of magic that was given to me by a friend in the United Kingdom by the name of Dean Williamson. He is the creator of the Factory of Magic, and he specializes in mentalism. Mentalism is the magic of the mind. The Factory of Magic represents some of the finest magicians of the United Kingdom. And it is with great pleasure that he has given us this small piece of magic to enjoy. It is a video clip that I will share with you now. And ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you open your imaginations and listen very carefully to what Dean has to say. And I can assure you that you will experience something rather mysterious and magical. Please enjoy the magic and mentalism of Dean Williamson.
Time is an interesting concept. We are governed by it. Our very fates and our existence are determined by the time on this planet, and so we must use this time wisely. They say you cannot predict events, and therefore you cannot predict time, but I beg to differ. Here is a clock. I would like you to focus on one number and now change it. Remember that number. Now each number on a clock has an opposite. For example, 1 is to 7, like 9 is to 3. Find the opposite of your original number. Now I would like you to subtract the lower number from the higher number. Keep this final random number in mind. And as the clock begins to fade, keep staring at the screen, saying your number out loud, over and over and over and over and over. Stop. Did you think of the number 9? I didn't either. The number you are thinking of is the number 6.
Dean Williamson, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you. Thank you for coming tonight on this Thursday. Without further ado, I would like to introduce our featured guest for the evening, and his name is Jeff Evans. He has published articles in Genie Magazine, The Linking Ring, and Mum. He has performed for various Fortune 500 companies to include Microsoft, REI, and Pepsi-Cola. Please welcome my friend and the amazing Jeff Evans.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for everyone watching along at home. You know, I've had some extra time on my hands lately, not a lot of real life shows, and I've come to kind of an epiphany, and that is that all magicians are liars, but not all liars are magicians. For instance, right now, I haven't said a word, and yet already I've told you a lie, because you probably jumped to the assumption that I'm about to do a card trick, which usually would be a really good assumption, except that today, I'm not about to do a card trick because these actually are not cards. It's just the optical illusion of a card. But back to what I was saying, magicians are constantly giving you information that leads you to jump to the wrong conclusions. Like I might say, look, I've got an absolutely empty bag, nothing in the bag. Again, that's totally a lie. I had a bowling ball in the bag. Gotta find someplace safe for that. But the other thing that makes magic and magicians so frustrating to try and communicate with is that we use the English language. And what about language is so confusing because we have words that have more than one meaning. For instance, this is a hole card because it has a hole through the center. But if you think about it, this next card is also whole because it's complete. These are called homonyms, and they're words that sound the same, but they mean something totally different. So this is also a hole card. And then just like the first card, this card actually has a hole through the center. Now I'm about to turn this into an optical illusion. The backs of the hole cards are colored red. So when I put a hole card behind another hole card, it makes a spot card. Now, nothing magical yet, but here's the weird thing. If the hole cards on the back and the hole cards in the front stay together long enough, the illusion becomes reality, and that spot is actually part of the card. It doesn't come off anymore. We'll do it again. Take a hole card, I make a spot card, and then really fast, I go like this, and the hole card becomes a spot card. Wait, hold on. Oh, that gives me a whole bunch of spots. I'll do it again. Hole card with a hole card, making a spot card. This time, I do this, and the hole card becomes a spot card. The thing is, the spot is so big, it covers the whole card. Most people think they know what this one is. Obviously, it's a hole card, but actually, this is a spot card with a hole. So we've got a spot card with a hole, a spot that covers the whole card, a whole bunch of spots, and a spot card that is whole. The thing that makes this whole trick so confusing is that everyone was watching the spots, but no one was watching the hole. And that's the whole thing. And now I'd like to do a little bit of, I don't know, not really sleight of hand, but more of a flourish. It's called the one-handed fastest knot in the world. So with one hand, I'm going to tie a knot in the rope. One hand, don't blink. Ooh, that was pretty fast. And that's a real knot. It's an overhand knot. It's also a slip knot, which means if I don't like where it is, I can kind of rearrange the knot. Ooh, sometimes I just slide it right off the end. Sometimes I put it back on the rope. Now there's other ways of tying knots also. You've all seen bow knots, popular because when you pull on the ends, it seems to disappear. But what happens if you tie a bow knot and the ends get tangled inside the loops? This is what I call a nasty knot. Then there's single knots and double knots. And if those ends get tangled inside, you get what technically is called a mess. Knot upon knot upon knot. Then my favorite type of knot is a knot that is not. I have another rope. I use different colored ropes. For those of you who are hard of hearing, I'm going to leave a knot towards one end of the white rope, and your job, very simple. I want you to keep one eye on the white rope, keep one eye on the red rope, and keep one eye on me. Or not. Just don't blink. Don't get dizzy. You know, for years, I used to use the same colored rope, but I've discovered after I switched to different colored ropes, this got a lot better response. But let's go back in time. Let's go back in time like 20 seconds to when the knot was on the white rope. And then while you weren't even blinking, it jumped onto the red rope and everyone went crazy. Now, I kind of wish that you were here in person because I could let you examine this, because I know you're probably thinking, is that actually a white knot on a red rope, or is it a sliding knot that slides along the red rope? Is it a magnetic knot on a steel cord rope? Well, the funny thing is, not only is the white knot on the red rope, but it's actually become part of the red rope. doing magic for a camera is cool, but it's much, much, much more fun performing magic for a live audience. And Chris, I know that you're waiting in the wings. Could you join me on screen for help me out with the trick?
You got it, Jeff. I'm still confused as to how you did those ropes. Very enjoyable.
Thanks. You know, I just realized that both of those routines that I did were developed by the same magician. Do you know who created those two routines that I did?
I don't. Please, and educate me.
Yeah, it's Daryl. So Daryl created the rope trick and the whole thing. Yeah, I didn't realize that until right before the show. I was thinking, wait a minute, that's kind of cool. Now, Chris, I know that you know what this is, right?
Yes. Yes.
And it is what?
A coin purse.
Yes, coin purse, magician's wallet. It's where magicians carry their money. I've got a 50-cent piece. Usually when you drop something, it falls down by gravity. This coin actually falls up by instant replay. So I've got a bunch of coins. They're in a small container, and I have one 50-cent piece, which I'll leave in there, but I also have quarters, pennies, nickels, and dimes. So I've got a bunch of American coins. I'm going to share this view so you can look down on top of it.
Okay.
What I want you to do, Chris, is to take a guess. Now, I don't want you to count, but I want you to take a guess. How much do you think the value of these coins are? I'll give you a hint. It's more than $2 and it's less than $10. Oh, but wait, before you guess, after you guess how much the coins are worth, I'm going to show you an optical illusion, and then there's going to be a coincidence. So you're going to take a guess. I'm going to show you the optical illusion. Then there's going to be a coincidence. So how much do you think the value of these coins are, if you had to guess?
Well, I would say about $5.50. How about that?
$5.50 even, or $5.50? I mean, it's up to you.
Okay. Well, how about $5.53, Jeff?
No. Okay, that's crazy because that is exactly the value of the coins.
Nah.
$5.50. Yeah. Wow. What a coincidence.
Nah.
No. And now I have to show you the optical illusion. Here's the optical illusion. I was calling these coins, but actually, these are not coins.
Oh.
It's just a picture of coins.
Well played.
But they sound so real, but they're just they're fake. Oh, and then here's the coincidence. You said $5.53, and I was amazed that you guessed that because I wrote the value of the coins on the back of the picture, and it's $5.53.
Well done, man. Bravo, Jeff. That's really, I'm confused now. Thank you for that.
You know, this is one of the few tricks that I think is more fun to do virtually than in real life, because in real life, this wouldn't play as well as it does like this.
Well, I really appreciate your magic because it's quite visual. And I think you said it best, there are a lot of optical illusions to look out for. And that's why I had you come on the show, Jeff, because I know that your style of magic is very distinct from a lot of people's. And I wanted people out there to experience that and to share that with them. So thank you very much, Jeff, for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you. And I love you have a really unique personality. So.
Oh, thank you. That 15 minutes really went by quickly. But, Jeff, I'm sure a lot of people out there are asking where they can actually find you. So I know you have a website and social media. Could you give us a quick rundown of what those are?
Absolutely. Yeah. My website is amazementproductions.com, right on the screen. Thank you. And my social media is real easy. It's Jeff Evans Magic on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Okay. You're on Facebook, you said, and also Instagram.
Yep.
Okay. And finally, Jeff, I always ask my featured guests for the evening, like, if there's any concluding thoughts you want to give to the audience out there watching you. I can tell you that there is a number of people watching you right now. I can't get through all their comments, but they're watching you. Is there anything you want to say before we conclude our show tonight?
Yes, I would say follow your passion. Find what you love doing and don't worry about the money at first. If you're doing what you love, then you're going to be happy, and that's what really matters.
Thank you, Jeff. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 15-minute pop-up show. I do hope you'd enjoyed Jeff Evans' magic. I'm sure I did. It was quite visual, and we hope to see you here again at the 15-minute pop-up show. My name is Chris Herren as Faust. This is Jeff Evans, and we hope to see you here again. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome. Thank you, Chris.